During this video, he's able to capture 5 lights going across the screen, and he has no idea what they are. The US government, and by that I mean the Department of Defense, has created a UFO task force. Hey guys, what's cracking? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm really sorry that I didn't upload last week. My life is a chaotic mess, so therefore my channel is going to be messy and chaotic. It's just how it goes. Long story, really dramatically told, I went through this really weird funk last week where I basically reverted back to the emo phase that I went through when I was 14 and thought I had problems, during which I literally hated every single thing that I filmed. I want to say that I filmed maybe 7 or 8 videos, and I literally thought that every single one of them was just the worst thing that I've ever created. They were boring, they weren't funny, and then I finally got to one that I actually liked. And I did this really rookie thing where I went back and deleted all of the footage that I didn't need because it was taking up a load of room on my camera. And you can probably see where this is going, but in that process, I deleted the footage that I actually liked. And when I realized that, I basically said f it, and it just wasn't working for me last week. It really wasn't. And I'm sorry, but you know what? It's fine. We're back. I'm back. You're back. We're back. And I'm thinking that today's video was well worth the wait. At least I hope it was. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this year has been... well, it's been fucked up for a lot of reasons, but I feel like it's been a super crazy year for aliens. So much so that the US government and just world governments in general have pretty much confirmed that aliens are real, and at the same time no one is talking about it, and it just blows my mind. Does that not bother anyone else? No one is talking about this. I feel like no one's talking about this, so I am talking about it. Because it's my channel and I want to. So basically, what I want to do for today's video is take you on this journey, this timeline, if you will, of all of the weird UFO sightings and just weird things related to UFOs that have happened in 2020 so that you're up to date with everything going on. So probably the first thing that you need to know when it comes to the UFO situation, other than the fact that aliens are real, is the fact that the US government, and by that I mean the Department of Defense, has created a UFO task force. Why? If all of these alien experiences and all of these UFOs are military aircraft, then why do we need a UFO task force? So back in 2017, or maybe it was 2018, 3 different videos emerged from, I think they were declassified or something, but I don't know. Basically, we got videos of US naval pilots experiencing some weird while they were out in flight on duty. They were able to pick up this weird tic-tac looking spaceship, basically, flying through the sky and then diving into the water. And I don't know if you guys remember that, but everyone was like, what? So as a result of these videos being released or declassified or whatever you want to call it, on August 4th of this year, so literally 3 freaking weeks ago, the US Department of Defense decided that they were going to create something called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, where they're basically going to be tracking and documenting UFOs, or what they're calling unidentified aerial phenomenon, because God forbid we call them UFOs. Am I gonna get arrested for this video? I feel like I'm talking a lot of shit about the US government. Now, in the dry words of the UAP task force, the mission of this, group is to, quote, detect, analyze, and catalog UAPs that could potentially pose a threat to the US national security. What does that mean? Does that not terrify anyone else? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I understood correctly from my research, the purpose of this task force is basically to verify the validity of those original claims and then look into new ones that come up, because apparently this is going to be a common thing that happens from now on. Which brings me to my next point. If you've seen a UFO, this task force wants to know about it. Because again, apparently this is going to be a regular thing that happens to us. Late last week, the US Department of Defense and this UAP task force released a press release saying, hey, if you have seen UFOs and captured them, we would like your evidence so that we can also look into those claims. Now, all jokes aside, I feel like that's really kind of cool, because up until this point, if you've seen a UFO or a UAP or whatever the f you want to call it, your claims will be basically just swept under the rug and no one will look into them, and you'll be left feeling like you saw something that can't be explained and therefore everyone thinks you're off your rocker. But now you can turn those claims and your footage into the US Department of Defense, and they are able to kind of give you some validation that yes, you did see something floating in the sky and we want to know about it. Now, if that's not enough to convince you that aliens are in fact real and terrifying, I wanted to end this video by sharing some 2020 UFO sightings that I think may possibly change your mind. The first claim that I want to talk about comes from a Russian cosmonaut, which If that is not the coolest job title, I don't know what is. His name is Ivan Vanger, and he posted a video to his Twitter from a time lapse that he got while he was on the International Space Station. And it's crazy. So like I said, he was orbiting on the ISS, and he basically likes to do this thing where he takes time lapses of Earth, which is honestly super cool. And at the time of capturing this footage, he was taking a time lapse of the Southern Lights or the Aurora Borealis or whatever it's called. During this video, he's able to capture 5 lights going across the screen, and he has no idea what they are. What's going on outside? I hear something. It's a UFO. It's happening. It's happening to me. Take me off of this planet. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. He then posts the time-lapse to his Twitter account like he does with every single one of his videos. However, this caption was a little bit different. At 9 to 12 seconds, 5 objects appear flying alongside the same distance. What do you think those are? Meteors? Satellites? Or something else? Does that not freak you out that this, like, astronaut, cosmonaut, whatever you want to call it, has no way of verifying what those objects are? Undoubtedly, I put the video somewhere up here on the screen, or maybe just pictures of them. What do you think those are? Leave them in the comments down below because I have no words. Another sighting happened to a Maryland citizen on May 27th of this year, so a little bit further back, but still, to me, really very recent. Like, why is this year so crazy when it comes to UFO sightings? Does that not freak people out? Obviously, it's freaking me out, because... So this happened in Betterton, Maryland, and the witness claims that they were out stargazing when they saw a blinking light that was flying in an erratic flight pattern. And get this, guys, they were watching this UFO in front of their eyes for all of 2 minutes. Does that not feel like a really, really long time? I feel like when people claim that they see UFOs, they say they saw something fly across the sky over the course of like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, but this person saw them for 2 minutes. Now, like I said, the witness was out stargazing, and at first they thought that this object was some sort of advanced military aircraft, because that's what we are primed to think UFOs are. But after watching the object fly for about 5 seconds, they started to realize, quote, "The object began blinking erratically and traveling in a nonsensical pattern with incredible ease." That's not a military aircraft. Now, that being said, I couldn't find actual footage of this claim. I want to say that it's somewhere on the internet, and I'm going to continue to search for it. If I find it, it will have been up here on the screen, so let me know what you think of that one down below, because honestly, that's weird. No military aircraft is going to be able to just like and not have the pilot like pass out on the inside, you know what I'm saying? And then the final UFO sighting that I want to share with you guys actually comes from a place called #UFO Twitter, which like I didn't know was a thing. And now I've pretty much spent like all of my time on there because I like found this wonderful place on Twitter that has just a bunch of different UFO sightings on it, and honestly, it's a wonderful place. You should check it out. Now this claim comes to us from Argentina, or I guess the skies above Argentina, where witnesses were able to document 2 orbs of red light floating pretty close to the ground but like still in the sky. Obviously they were able to post this video to Twitter, and it kind of like popped off in the UFO Twitter community. Like, it's gone viral within this hashtag because no one knows exactly what to make of it. Yes, there are people who are saying it's a hoax, but also people who are saying that it shouldn't be possible but still is happening. It's kind of weird because I don't know of any plane, and I'm not like a pilot or an aerospace engineer at all, but like, I don't know of any plane or aircraft that can float soundlessly that close to the ground. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all that I have for you for this video. I still don't really know how to feel about the UFO situation we got going on here in 2020, but the fact that there is a UFO task force and all of these claims that are coming up and surfacing and being verified by the task force kind of makes me uncomfortable. Like, you guys know that I don't scare easily, and I would still love to have some sort of like UFO experience, but the fact that this is something that's probably going to be happening to us on the reg really bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Now that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you made it all the way here to the end and liked what you saw, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Also, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the footage that I shared in this video. I would love to get your opinion on it. And finally, thanks so much for watching. My name is Courtney. I run a paranormal/horror channel here on YouTube. I like to create content surrounding paranormal investigations, telling scary stories, talking about conspiracy theories, and playing paranormal games. So if those are topics you're interested in seeing more of, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell so you're notified every single time that I upload. And with that said, I'll see you all next week for another new video. Bye.